Alright guys, welcome to Swedes on a Boat YouTube channel about fixing, driving, and enjoying your boat in Stockholm Archipelago. Yet another windy day here in Stockholm, Sweden. Up on my boat, checking it out, and today I'm going to talk about storage. So this is my top 5 on storage on board. So number 1 is to have a plan. You need to know how many you're going to be on board, and how long you're going to be on board. You're going to be out for a couple of days, or you're going to be out for a couple of nights. What the weather's going to be like. Are you planning to eat the food on board? Are you going to stay on board? Are you going to stay inland? So it's a couple of things to consider, and find a way out of here. Number 2 is also importance of stuff. You don't want to be searching for stuff that's like critical. If you get like a line caught, you need to find a knife fast. You don't want to be searching for that. Or if you're going into dock, you don't want to like search for lines and fenders and all that. Too late in that process. So number 3 is frequency. How often you're going to use search for stuff. Storing food underneath like compartment where you have your guests sitting, and you need to ask them to stand up every 5 minutes. You got to pick out some ingredients or some spices. That's not really pleasant for anyone, and so you got to think about frequency. How often you're going to touch your stuff and all that. So I can't say touch your stuff. Yeah, so think about frequency, how often you need to access stuff, because that can like determine how easy it's gonna be. So number 4 is limited cooling on a boat. You don't have that much refrigeration, so and a lot of stuff can actually be stored in room temperature, but they taste a lot better when they're cool, like drinks and sodas and milk and all that. So think about that, and when you start emptying out your refrigerator, you can replenish it, and I'm gonna do that like every night, so it's nice and cold in the morning. And number 5 is a thing I'm gonna try this summer, is functional storing instead of like personal storage. So you have like categorized everything into functions, and in that way you know that bathing suits are there, towels are there, life jackets are there, so each person don't have to search in their individual spot. So one person can go and gather all equipment. That's a safety feature, but also it's easier to know if you have a category in your mind. Easier to go to one spot and find the item you're searching for in that category. So that's something I'm going to try. So let's jump into my boat, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the plan I have for storing stuff on my boat. As may differ from boat to boat, but I mean my boat is a decent size, a 27-footer. We're going to be like 2 adults and 2 kids on board, and that will be well, it's not a huge boat in terms of storage capacity, so there's some thought, and I think I have a plan for it. So let's jump into the boat and check it out. Alright guys, up here, this is the cabin of the boat, obviously, front of the boat. Sorry for the mess, it's a little bit, you know, winter storage right now, so but that's gonna be all cleared up during the spring, and it's gonna be super nice. But up here I have a lot of stuff. Not using this. This is a table. There's my water tank. You've probably seen the video where I opened up. So the water tank, you know, the water tank is here. Can't do nothing about that. That's the storage, that's water storage, so that's good. Right now, I haven't really sorted this out, but right now there are like miscellaneous stuff here. This is gonna be what I talked about, frequency. So when I talked about frequency, I talked about how often you're gonna pick stuff and how often you're gonna use things. So this is gonna be a more long-term food storage for heavy foods like cans and water bottles and all that. This compartment down here has the water pump in the aft compartment, and that, you know, I'm gonna build a bracket, I guess, to protect that water pump, but I don't want heavy things slushing around there in the event of like waves or acceleration or something like that. So that's more for like lightweight foods like bags of snacks and pasta and all that, but with low frequency as well, because people will be sitting here relaxing, probably checking their phone or something like that, and you don't want them to stand up. You're going to lift this up and grab stuff all the time. So just, you know, you plan your food, you plan your dinners, you plan everything, plan your menu, and then you just go there like once once a day or something like that. So you have that regime of planning that, right? That's pretty good. So in here is like a wardrobe for clothes, and that's what it's gonna stay as. It's gonna be a place for storing clothes for either categories, as I was mentioning, for instance, like have life jackets or raincoats or something like that here, or if it's gonna be like a personal basis where like one or two people have their things here and the other two have another wardrobe to have their stuff in. But yeah, up here I have a compartment. There used to be a television up here, but that's gonna be I'm gonna have like something else there. There's some holes drilled here, so I can probably like mount something. I have an idea of having like a fruit or vegetable kind of storage there, perhaps having like a nice bowl for that. Also give it like nice right, moving backwards. Let's move this over here, something like that. Check the angles. Somewhere there. Right down here is a refrigerator. As I mentioned, they are not that big. So the plan is like you can buy milk that is you can store in room temperature. That's going to be, as I mentioned, in one of the low frequency heavy food compartments, as I'm calling it. And then you just pick stuff there that is suitable to storage in room temperature, but tastes a lot better refrigerated. So just keep stocking that up as you just have like a warehouse maintenance for that limited compartment that you have here. Got my stove here. One burner, so that gets, I guess it's gonna be another episode when I talk about food and making food on board and all that. I'm real limited with one cooker, but you know, you can have like barbecues and all that, but that's another episode I'm gonna show you in the summer when I do that, so that's gonna be super nice. Here the microwave was situated before. I removed that, and it's gonna use that as storage, and what I'm planning here is to have like, you know, oils and vinegar and perhaps some spices and all that. So that's going to be easy access to that, and also, yeah, it's going to be pretty good. Here, here we have some storage for glass and all that. These are plastic, pretty handy on board. I'm going to keep that as it is. Here is used to be an old transformer for the air conditioning system. I've taken that out, so I have an extra storage, but it's just above the electronic bay where all the electronics are, so I don't want any fluids there. So that's gonna be like dry storage for snacks and pasta and candy, whatever. And also it's pretty close to the exit, so you can just come from the cockpit, grab something here and just bring it up and have a snack while you're out cruising and driving your boat. That's pretty nice. Up here by the window, I'm planning on not having anything as we're driving, but when we come into a nice space, we're going to spend a night or something like that, you can have like some inspiration here, perhaps put everything that you're going to cook for that night, and also perhaps have some herbs or something like that, which is pretty nice with the window and all that, so that's going to be super good. Right, so inside the head now, that will obviously be storage for hygiene things, you know, like toothbrushes, toothpaste and shower gel and all that stuff, and also some cleaning equipment. More or less that's what's going to be in here, so pretty obvious, but you know, good. Right, continuing aft, have the exit there, have the head here, and mid cabin inside here, have a cabinet there. It's going to be some clothes, storing the clothes you need when you're out cruising. Up above there, planning and already have a first aid kit. I think it's a pretty good location for it. And also when you're out cruising, you can have like whatever there, so pretty nice. Alright, back here is the mid cabin, and there has been port light leaking water, so I'm taking out the carpet, fixing this up, but it's going to be a storage in here, which is also was the Regal original. I'm going to redo that. You can see a line here, I guess, from where there used to be some storage facility. So I'm going to redo that, build that up again, and have some storage, and that's going to be a little semi-like low frequency. You're going to have some, perhaps some bed sheets and some towels and a little bit of that, things you don't use that very often because of limited access to that spot. But think it's gonna work out good. Right, let's move out. So we've seen the cabin, so let's move out to the cockpit, and I don't know how much there is here to talk about, but I mean, when you're driving the boat, it's just mainly, you know, you're driving the boat. So, but what we have here on the other side is, right here I have some storage. Right now it's like miscellaneous. Got a cable for like shore power. Got some, I don't know, previous owner had some carpet project here. Got some chemicals. But right here, with the accessibility, I want probably will have some like additional mooring lines down here just to be able to grab them, get going more or less. So that's about it. So under the cockpit seat or driver's seat here, I have some storage facility. The storage space here, it's not that big. I think I'm gonna have here is more or less yeah, I'm gonna have some tools there because I have a electro-hydraulic actuator thing to open the engine bay here. I'm gonna have storage all of my tools down there, and in the case that actuator doesn't work, I need to access it and open up. So I need some additional tools outside my engine bay to be able to do that in the event of that happening. Okay, moving on towards the back. I have my cable for battery charging. So down here is a compartment that I'll have some additional lines. Was thinking of have the motor there for the like little rib boat we're gonna bring with us when we're out cruising. So that's about it. It's also accessible from the sofa here or the couch here, so that's pretty good. And let's open up the engine bay and have a look down underneath there. Oh, alright, so I'm open up my engine bay, got my two Mercs here. You've seen that in previous episodes. If you haven't, check that out. Have a little like compartment down here. I don't know how much you can see it, but used to be a warm water maker down here. I thought this was bigger. I imagined this area being bigger, but the plan here is to have a toolbox and perhaps some chemicals like oils and cleaning and rubbing and wax and all that. So to more or less get that data away from the cockpit and have it down here. That's a super low frequency. You don't need that much. Usually when you check the engine, check the oil, you want that accessible. And some tools also to be able to do some flight maintenance when you're out cruising and something happens. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Another thing, actually, I need your help here is garbage disposal. What do you do with your garbage when you're out cruising for a couple of days? And that's something I really don't. That's something I'm actually wondering where I'm gonna put it, because I can't put it in the aft in that compartment where I'm gonna have some additional mooring lines and perhaps also that motor to the little dinghy we're gonna bring with us. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with the garbage. I have one idea is to like punch a hole in the side here somewhere. Nah, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. And that way I would have a chute for the garbage and then it falls down to some sort of storage compartment down in the engine bay. But I don't know. I would like to hear your thoughts on that. So please leave a comment and let me know about that, because I need some help there. Because if you're out for a couple of days, a week, the weather's nice, you want to stay out, yeah, garbage can become a problem. Or did you just throw like food and stuff in the water? Perhaps that's one way. Giving the fish some food. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Alright, good. Let's close this down. Put this back so I can charge my battery. I have it through. This is the cable for the battery charger, and I have the cable which I can connect to shore power here. have that outside the engine bay in case the battery just dies. It's 12.6 volts now. That's pretty good. But to be able to open the hatch, I need a battery and I need power. So leaving that cable outside is gonna save me some trouble if the battery goes bad, which I don't think. It's 12.6 volts now, so that's pretty good. All right, let's jump out and close that hatch. Let's go down to the water, have a look. It's quite fun walking around with a camera. Have to get used to having people look at me, and now I'm like sneaking around in the boatyard, you know. Someone hearing me, someone seeing me, because I'm not used to this, you know. I think there are some guys over there working on their boat, so. It's scary. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Let's walk down here. No one will see me. A little bit awkward. Walking down here. Really, ooh, that's nice. So you have a little view here. I don't know how much you see, but you know. Just oh, that got my. Oh, this is nice for me to have that shade here, but looks like I guess. Let's do some B-roll here. Do it. I hope you liked that top 5 about storage on board. My boat is not that big. It's a 27-foot day cruiser. There's going to be 2 adults and 2 kids on board. So I need to plan ahead and understand how to store stuff in my boat, and hopefully they will be helpful for you. Guys, please subscribe, hit that like button, and comment. And give me comments also, as I told you, about what to do with like waste management, because that's something I really haven't figured out yet. And also please share this if you have anyone who could benefit from this content. That would be super helpful. So I guess that's it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.